Good day, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Military and Foreign Affairs Network. I am your host, the voice of reason. In today's episode, we are paying fairly close attention to what is happening between India and Pakistan. It is now understood that India's leader, Modi, will not be attending celebrations inside of the Russian Federation that were planned for him to attend. That is because it is believed, at least on the Pakistani side, that India is preparing to launch a military operation against targets inside of Pakistan within the next 24 to 48 hours. Now, this is a very dangerous situation. So what is different now than what occurred back in 2019 when India launched those failed raids into Pakistan? Well, the biggest issue right now is the military leadership of Pakistan. The current military leadership is much more aggressive in terms of a possible Indian response. Back in 2019, it is widely known that the Pakistani General Staff had a much less desire to retaliate and escalate the conflict. At the time, there was also much more outside pressure as well. If you look at mainstream media here in the West, barely anyone is covering this very, very dangerous situation. Now, the Indians, on their part, they believe that they have a qualitative edge because they have been able to purchase certain Western weapon systems such as the French Rafale. While excellent systems, does that change the military culture that exists in India in terms of this bloated bureaucracy that hampers military operations and, more importantly, military funding and training? And the short answer is India has not fixed that problem. The Pakistani military, while not as well as equipped and funded as the Indian military, its training, its esprit de corps, its ability to even wage a wider war may surpass what India fully understands. The culture that exists in Pakistan right now would have the capability to fight an extended war with lots of casualties, and there would be lots of casualties. We are not so sure that Indian society fully understands if this were to blow up and become a full-on war, just how ferocious the fighting would actually be. Obviously, both sides have nuclear weapons. Are we looking at a nuclear war? I would say at this point, probably not. But if India does launch a military operation against Pakistan, it has to be prepared. It has to be prepared for extraordinary escalation. And we are not so sure that India is right now prepared for that. The Pakistani army is a very proficient fighting force when you compare and contrast the two sides, India and Pakistan. But right now, things are heating up. Things are heating up very much, and it appears that the hawks in India have made the decision to proceed forward with an attack against targets inside of Pakistan. Now, what will be the Pakistani response? Based on the information that we hear, is that Pakistan is preparing a robust counter response to Indian military action. So we'll see. Again, very large countries, very large population bases, very large industrial base. If this spirals out of control, you could see a war that humanity has not seen in quite some time. So we're going to continue to watch this very closely. Again, things are heating up between India and Pakistan, and they could be on the verge of military conflict within the next day or two. We will watch this very closely and bring you more coverage as coverage is warranted. Have a good day.